Who are you?
My name's José Rodríguez. I'm the Managing Director of Visiting Angels Barnet Enfield.
How did you get into care?
After having looked after my mum's care for nearly 10 years before she passed away, I suppose I kind of fell into it. And after going through the intense pressures and strains and tough decisions that one has to make, I suppose I changed my career to do something more meaningful than just a job.
What was your experience of care like?
Scary, a lot of pressure, and incredibly stressful. Overall, a minefield, with a lot of tough decisions to be made. I suppose I had a mixed experience in terms of with the quality of care that I saw my mum receiving. And certainly I do recall the importance of how a wonderful carer could lighten up my mum's day and make her feel loved and respected and safe, and how another carer could make her feel quite the opposite. I didn't realise at the time that choosing a carer or the type of care that they receive can very much influence and impact on preserving your loved one's independence and well-being. My advice would be to work with agencies that seek positive outcomes, as that can have a massive impact.
How has that shaped you in what you do?
I've certainly tried to be committed to welcome a helping hand, to help those families or those responsible who are in the similar situation as I was, to help give them advice, directions, to help educate and to inform them on the best decisions or the options that are open and available to them during those tough times when tough decisions have to be made.
Why did you join Visiting Angels?
Because they shared the same ethos and values as I do. They specialise in offering private in-home quality care for clients. They believe and value that by putting the carer first, that in turn leads to better quality care, as I do. I suppose the company approach and my approach, as I valued it with my mum, is to try to ensure that you've got the same carer or familiar faces coming in regularly, which can really impact massively on the quality of care someone receives. So it's not just looking after the carer, it's actually building that choosing your carer.
How can one plan ahead?
Aging is something that happens to us all at one point, so it just requires planning rather than avoidance or ignoring it. The plan is to anticipate future problems and mitigate risks, whether it will be assessing what equipment might be needing in place, whether it will be assessing what aids might be needed when one's out of the home, walking aids, visual aids, it's all anticipating these things in advance. Likewise, it could be making sure you've referred your loved one to the doctor, whether it's to see whether they need to have OT assessments, and again assessments around the home, or whether you're at the early stages where you need to be invited or to have an assessment with a memory clinic. All of these things are to be done in advance. Long-term wise, certainly the objective is to try to avoid the first fall. That's the really important, and generally try to keep them out of hospital. And again, I suppose it's kind of like keep their regular health checks up to date, and that can range from making sure avoiding dizzy spells, whether it's through meds, blood sugar, blood pressure, making sure that their eyes and their ears are tested thoroughly. Again, always there to avoid and to anticipate any future problems that can increase their frailty. Remember, not all care needs necessarily are permanent, and some situations can be temporary. Look out for more content on our website, YouTube channel and social media. The links are on your screen now and in the descriptions below.